What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is obviously episode 5 of Diary of an Art Major. Where have I been? Listen, after Christmas I was just more so focused on like getting the new semester started. The last episode I did a video where I talked about some of the tools and necessities that first-time art majors need as a freshman, sophomore type deal. So it was around the Christmas holiday, so those were definitely some things that, people could purchase as Christmas gifts. You can still purchase gifts, anytime, but, just making you aware of like the different tools and things like that that an art major may need as they're starting school. So that is where we left off. And I remember in that video that I told you that I had some exciting news. So the exciting news is that I got accepted into my concentration. What? Okay. With that being said, when you go to a school of art and design, there's obviously different concentrations in the overall major. So my concentration is film and media production, and I took one of my first film classes last semester. I took the digital video production survey, and pretty much that was my entryway into my concentration. Pretty much with that class, I was able to go ahead and apply for the program or concentration because I pretty much got hands-on work with the class, and I had work to show to put in my portfolio in order to be accepted into that concentration. So that's the exciting news. I've been accepted into my concentration, which means I don't have to worry about that going forward. So yeah, that was pretty exciting. The only thing about that is like this semester I had to backtrack and still finish like my prerequisites for my overall degree. So this semester I'm taking photography survey and an art history class. Pretty much going to give you a rundown of that, but before I do that, let me just backtrack real quick. So for my final grades for last semester, I actually got an A and a B, which is what I was hoping for. I got an A in my digital video production class, by the grace of God, and I got a B in design too. Since I've been enrolled, it's been A, B, A, B, so I'm not complaining. Hopefully one semester will be AA or AAA, depending on how many classes I take or whatever. So that process is still going slowly but surely, but my GPA is looking really good. From the looks of it, I have 2 more years to complete this degree. I know I mentioned in my very first episode that I wasn't particularly pleased that I had to go through a 4-year program when I already graduated from the school with a degree prior to this one. So I'm just like, you know what, just take the good with the bad and knock it out, and before you know it, you'll be a graduate, you'll be pursuing your dream, your passion, and you won't be confounded to where you are right now. So I'm just believing God throughout this process that I'll find favor, and that these 2 years will fly by. I know they will. I'll blink and look back and be like, man, I remember when I was in undergrad again for the second time, and now I'm doing XYZ, and living my best life, so to speak. So yeah, I'm excited about that in that aspect, just keeping positive about it. But if you are, freshman and you're starting straight out of high school, kudos to you. I wish you nothing but the best, and, continue to go forward. But if you're like me and you happen to have to like take a step back when it comes to your career choice and college and everything like that, keep pushing. There's no time restriction. There's no time limit that says you can't be successful after this age, or you can't be successful if you don't have this by a certain time, or you're not successful if you don't have this right now. It's all in God's timing, and it's all in God's plan. So just keep the faith and keep going, keep being, be strong about it, and just know that when it's your time, it's your time. Okay? Because when I tell you I'm going to do a cartwheel across that daggone stage when I graduate, okay? So just want to encourage you really quickly about that. I know I'm going off topic, but it's been an inspiring time at this point in my life, with the Black Panther films is coming out, and that was done by a Black director, and it was a phenomenal movie. Like, I've seen it 3 times. I almost saw it 4, but just that pushed me. And then the director of A Wrinkle in Time, female director, Ava DuVernay, and she said, she didn't pick up a camera till she was 32. She had a degree. She had a degree in journalism, nothing having to do with film directing or anything like that. But she was able to, get her foot in the door. And then now she has this big production that she's getting a lot of, credit and applause for. So things like that has really like strengthened my desire and further pushed me in my passion to pursue film and media production. And, that's not to say whether or not I'll be jumping into the film industry as soon as I graduate, but, to know that it is possible no matter of the time frame, no matter how old you are, when it's your time, it'll be your time. So I'm excited about that. But moving moving on to the actual stuff that I need to be talking about, which is updating you really quickly on my classes right now. So right now I'm taking photography. That has been pretty cool. I've learned a lot. We've learned about like the new ways to take photographs, which is obviously digital, and then the old way to take photos, which is like through the dark room and processing film and everything like that. So it's been really, really cool, and I like how it's hands-on. When it comes to the dark room, we're actually like doing science and chemistry in some aspects, not like the math side of it, but like the experimentation side of it, which I think is really cool. I have a few things to show you with that. But overall, it's been a cool class. The instructor is really cool. He's really laid back. So yeah, I've been enjoying that so far. Now, the other class I'm taking is art history, and this is a writing intensive art history. So if you go to ECU or probably whatever school you go to, you're gonna have to take some sort of writing intensive class. So this art history is writing intensive, and honestly, the way that he teaches it, I'd be so confused. Like, not to say that he's not a good teacher, but I honestly don't have a hard time understanding his concept and way of teaching art history. It can be very just complicated. Like, it's a lecture-based class, so pretty much whatever notes we take is all that we have to go off of. And I feel like he asks a lot of open-ended questions from different perspectives that I don't even quite understand yet. It's been getting better over time. You know, it's not your typical art history class where, you know, the teacher will go over a few paintings or works of art, and you just need to know the title and the date and the artist. No, these you actually have to, you need to know the artist. You don't really have to know the year, but you have to know the significance behind the painting or image, and like not from a fine art perspective, or, you know, basically the fine art perspective would be saying what you see, but it's a deeper meaning to it. So like, that's what he's focused on, not so much what you see in the picture, but what is the picture actually, what is the message that's trying to convey, not by what you see, but what's going on, the historical points of views behind it and everything like that. So it's been interesting. I talk about headache on 1000. So for my first test, I actually did decent. I thought I was going to get like an F or a D, but I actually got a C. So I'm proud of that, because your girl was struggling, okay? Like, he caught me off guard. It was so much material. Like I said, it's not about the title, the artist name, and the year. Like, you need to know the significance. And we're talking about 50 paintings or works of art at a time that you have to remember all this information about and be able to spit that back out to him in the way that he wants through ideological viewpoint. So I'm just like, what? Who? So I made a C on my first test, so to God be the glory, because that was nothing but the Lord God Almighty. But it's been interesting in that aspect. We just took our second test, and so I'm waiting to see how I did on that. Hopefully I did a little bit better with this one, because I actually took better notes and I had help studying, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I just need the Lord to at least help me get out that class with a B. That's all that I ask, because I'm trying to keep this A-B strike and then eventually AA and, you know, so forth and such which. I've been enjoying the process this semester. This semester has been extremely laid back, extremely laid back. I think last semester was the busiest semester that I've ever had, because I was doing digital video production, which means I had to go out and shoot stuff and edit stuff and get proposals and get actors and get actresses and find music and all that. And then, not to mention, I have to design. Oh, you have to make this, you have to have sketches, you have to do that, you have to go purchase this, go buy that. So like, last semester was a whirlwind. When I tell you, like, I felt like I was always constantly doing something, up late every night doing projects, because both classes were like hands-on stuff. So like, this semester has been a little bit chill, which I'm grateful for, because, you know, with art history, you just got to be present, be in class, take your notes, you know, study at some point and review your notes. And then, you know, photography is pretty laid back. You know, make sure you have stuff to like pictures or prints or whatever to work with and to get your assignments done. So it's not too bad. Most of the stuff that I do in photography is in class, and I'm not, you know, hemmed up when I come home every day or hemmed up over the weekend trying to do stuff. So I'm extremely grateful for that. Like, y'all don't even know. If I had another semester like I did last semester, I probably would have been like, you know what? this is for the birds. I can't do this. So yeah, so I guess what I can do is I can show you really quickly some of the stuff that I've done in photography, and then I'll just wrap up with, you know, where I am in the semester and potentially some new classes and stuff like that that I'll talk about. So yeah, just hold that thought right there. All right, so I'm back, and the very first thing I want to show you is my very first assignment. These are some digital prints that we had to do. So we took the pictures that we wanted, and then we edited them in Photoshop. We've been learning a lot about Photoshop in photography, which is really, really cool, because I wanted to learn more about Photoshop for like future reference and everything like that. So we edited these pictures in Photoshop, and then we printed them on like this super fancy printer paper. And yeah, so these are just a few of my prints that I did. Well, I'm just gonna show you my favorite ones. So here's one. I really love this, like, so pretty. I mean, I'm just excited about my editing skills. Like, you know, it may seem minor to some people, but like when you actually learn to do something and it looks nice, you should take pride in it. So this is another one that I did. Come on. Thought this was really cool. It's this one. This. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to show for that one. That was pretty much like I took like a picture of like a sunflower at like a little kids playground area. So took those and edited those, and those came out really, really nice. So the next thing I'm going to show you is what we've been doing called, we did scanograms and photograms. So photograms is pretty much, we went into the dark room, and then like there's this machine that you use, and you put a specific type of paper in it that has like some kind of chemicals in it, and when it's exposed to light, it does cool stuff. I don't know how to really explain it. Where to bring in stuff that like light would reflect through, or solid things, and it'll pretty much create a shadow of whatever it is that we put up there. So I just got a few things from I went to Michael's and I got like the little photo book stickers, and I just put them on my paper, and we actually like processed them like in the dark room through like various chemicals and stuff like that, let them dry, all that good stuff. So pretty much the theme for this project, well, the photogram part of it was where I see myself in the next 5 to 7 years or so. So this is one, and he just told us to be as weird and creative as we wanted, so it's not like all extra and whatnot, because that's not what he wants. There's the second one. Here's another one that I did. Another one that I did. So we had to have 5 in total of these. And then we had to do a few other ones that were via Photoshop. And then this one. So yeah, so that's pretty much that for that project. So I think this was the second project that we did. So the next assignment basically focuses on taking pictures with the old school cameras. This is a Holga camera, and pretty much you load your film in there and you know, snap it. So it doesn't have like a flash or anything like that, but pretty much whatever's exposed through light onto the film is what you've captured. So pretty much like taking a picture, but not digitally. And so it's processed into a negative. So these are my negatives. You can't really see. I might pull one out. And then what we did with the negatives was put it onto a scanner and then scan them into positives. So pretty much with this process, we had to process the film via chemicals and everything like that, and that process was pretty interesting. So what you would do is you would have to take your roll of film and put it onto a reel, but it has to be in complete darkness. So that was a struggle. Okay, so put the film on the reel, put the reel in this like container, close the container, and it has like a funnel on it, and then you put the top on it. So then you go through the 6, 7, 8 steps, 9 steps, whatever, to put the chemistry or like the chemicals and stuff like that, so that your images show up on your film. So you can't really tell via my ring light, but these are some prints that I did. And when I'm finished, you know, like editing them and everything like that, I can come back up here and show y'all how those turned out. So yeah, photography has been pretty cool. I haven't had any major complaints. I'm learning a lot. I'm doing a lot. And it could help me out in the long run. So I'm excited about that. That's pretty much it for this semester. The only other thing to update you on is I'll more than likely be doing summer school. And that's for the simple fact that I want to hurry up and get up out of here. Rather than waiting that May when everybody's graduating and, oh, wait, you're not graduating till December because you got more classes to do. No, rather go ahead and knock it all out now. So this summer, I will be taking ceramics. And I will also be taking, God, what is it? I don't even know what I signed up for. I know I'm taking ceramics for sure. And the other class might have been like printmaking or something like that. So it's going to be a stretch because like it'll be 8 to 12 and then I got to run to work and all that. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so that's pretty much been my semester since December when I last left you guys. Things have been going pretty smooth. Like I said, my teachers are pretty cool. I've ran into a few issues with my art history teacher, but I'm just going to leave that right there. Not even gonna give it no energy, no power, no nothing. So, but yeah, living life, being an art major. I'm pleased with my progress. I've been accepted into my concentration. So in the fall, I'll be jumping back into my film classes. And then after that, I'll just be taking film classes. And then I'll be doing my internship before you know it. Then I'll be bucking across the stage. Okay? I cannot express how excited I am to like go ahead and jump into these film classes and graduate. And I'm so excited about the internship that I'm gonna do. I don't know, I really want to go like out of state, but it just depends on my funds and everything like that. And that's the hard thing about adulting and being in school. You accumulate so many bills and then like you have to work to pay bills because you can't just be a student. That sucks. I'm just like, okay, so check this out. If there's anybody out there, you watching this and the Lord is tugging on your heart for you to put me through school, contact me, okay? Email me, leave me a comment if you want to put me through school, meaning pay all my bills so I can just go to school. Let me know if you want to put me through. Oh, I receive it now. He's tugging hearts, he's pricking hearts, he's touching minds. I'm releasing my faith for somebody to pay for me to get through school these next 2 years. Listen, that would be clutch, okay? All I had to do was go to school and handle my schoolwork. That's what I'm just like, I don't understand these students who be out there wasting time playing games and people are paying for the education. They don't have to lift a finger, they don't have to pay a dime for anything. And out there playing, listen, put me through school. Where you at? Library. Where you at? In the studio. Where you at? Writing the script, okay? I'm gonna be in there handling my business because most people don't have the opportunity. And listen, if somebody's putting me through school right now, okay, and I was taking these classes, okay, and then I want to just like up and leave and do an internship, I can do that with no restraint. Somebody is going to pay for my school. I receive it. I receive it right now. Well, somebody, not pay for my school, but put me, oh wait, they could pay for it and put me through school? Shoot, you know what? If you a millionaire out there and you looking for a student to put through school, contact me, 252 blank 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 blank. Comment, email, do something. Shoot, I'm serious. If you know somebody who's looking to put somebody through school, throw my name out there, okay? But yeah, God is good. I'm gonna look back at this and be like, wow, God is just awesome. He kept me, he brought me through, and now I'm pursuing my dream and my passion. So, you know, all jokes aside, I know God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all we can ask or think. So I'm just excited about what God is going to do in this field of study with my passion and career now that I'm pursuing it wholeheartedly in faith. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you've been enjoying this series so far. Be sure to check out my previous episodes. And yeah, so with that being said, also check out my previous uploads and everything like that. I will catch you guys in the next video.